Now, the iconic District 6 Museum in the Mother City has been struggling financially, along with many other businesses. We've seen it all over the place due to the implications and the impact of the lockdown, and of course, that the country has faced. And the museum came into being in the year 1994. It's rich in history. It's housed so many memories and so many talented icons that are important to Cape Townians. But the museum has now urged the public to step in and help keep their doors open. An acting director of the museum, Krishna Julius, joins us in the studio to talk about how we, the public, can help save this iconic space in Cape Town. Krishna, good to have you. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm fine. Yourself?
Very good, thank you. It's been a while since we've had a chat with you on the show, but it's so good that you're coming back here, not to tell us that you're shutting down, but to say that people must band together to keep the museum open and alive. What's the impact been of the lockdown?
Well, the impact has been that there's been no visitors coming through the door, so we're not able to host the sort of millions of education workshops that we usually do. And so we've really lost people who've supported the museum through physically being there. Online sales, well, physical sales have dropped, and so just in that moment we realized that we're heading for a real challenge in the same way that many businesses in the city have faced. And so we appeal to the public. We ask people to send us a love letter to help us keep our doors open, and people have been fantastic. They've supported us with financial donations, offers of support, and of course the comedy show that's happening at the museum on Saturday.
The thing is, people are often, wanting to help out, especially with an institution like the District 6 Museum. There's so much love for it. It comes with such a rich heritage to it, but people often don't know where to start. So how do people then send this love letter to keep your doors open?
So it's really easy. People just need to visit the website. So you'll see there's a donations tab, and you can shop online as well to see some of our wonderful Hayscombe-based products. And so it's really easy. Visit our website, visit our social media, and you'll see all the donations, links, everything that you need to find, you'll find.
And what initiatives and properties have you built and set up as a museum in this time, so during lockdown and around this time, to make sure that people can obviously still get to experience what the museum is about? So,
at the beginning of September, we really were faced with this idea of our doors closing, and so we weren't working full-time. With the donations people have given us, the relief that we've received, we're actually able to open half day up until December. So, it's a short period, but it's still something. And what we really want to encourage is people to visit the museum. So call us. We need physical bodies in the spaces, not because we just need income, but we actually really miss people.
People coming into the space. When the lockdown hit, I think one of the biggest challenges for so many businesses, and I suppose yours as well, would be how much support people would receive, or how much support businesses would receive from government. What's the Department of Arts and Culture's intervention been in that regard, as far as the District 6 Museum is concerned?
So the museum exists as an independent museum, and so we've received relief from the Provincial Department of Arts and Culture. And so we're having the discussions with the National Arts and Culture Department. People ask us, why aren't you a state museum? Why aren't you supported in that way? But we want to say that we're an independent space. We started by community members, and that independence is important when you want to, have a say about what's happening in the city and in the country.
You've got a fantastic event coming up, which I think is going to tantalize so many people out there, and is going to have them and their appetites really buzzing for it. Tell us about that.
So we've got 3 comedians, Mark Lottering, Nick Rabinovitz, and Riyad Musa, which I don't think I need
We love them. We all love them. They're friends of the show. We love them, absolutely.
I definitely don't need to do any introduction. So they've actually come forward and offered to help the museum and to raise funds. And so there's a show that will be streaming online on the 31st of October.
What are you calling it?
Night at the Museum.
Okay.
Yes,
Night at the Museum. How can people buy tickets to this one?
So people can go to Quicket and just book online, and they'll receive the code.
So it's Mark Lottering, Riyad Musa, as well as Nick Rabinovitz. It's going to be such a treat for every comedy lover. Yes, and they are here. We do have them in studio here, so we'll be chatting to them a bit later on about it. This is really beautiful. So apart from donating and the fundraising initiatives that you have, you did mention that people can still walk in and arrive during the day. You are open half days. What are those hours, and how can people do that?
So we open Mondays to Fridays, so from 9 till 1.
This is fantastic. Krishna, this is fantastic work that you are doing, and I'm so glad that the doors of the museum are still open. It's very important to keep these cultural institutions open. We cannot let a pandemic such as the COVID-19 take away from these rich institutions that form such a big part of our society. So we do take off our hats to you. We urge everybody out there at home to support this platform and this property. Of course, a massive thank you to District 6 Acting Director Krishna Julius for availing herself for this chat that we've had this morning. make sure you help keep the District 6 Museum open by showing your support, either by buying tickets to the night at the museum district's show, which is going to be fantastic without a doubt, or by visiting the museum in the mother city, or donating on their website, which is district6.co.za. Let's keep their doors open. Up next, we're joined by Mark Lottering, starring in this production. Of course, he's not alone. He's alongside Riyad Musa. He's alongside Nick Rabinovitz. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you after this.